Hey guys, welcome back. So we have an excellent guest today, Bruno, the co-founder and CEO of Niftify platform. Yeah, thank you so much, Bruno, for your time. Appreciate you being our guest today. So please introduce yourself and the company. Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks so much, Suren, for having me today in this interview podcast, whatever you want to call it. So my name is Bruno Ver, not related to Roger. To make that clear, we at Niftify we have built an NFT marketplace, but more than just an NFT marketplace, we have built a platform as a service solution. So basically, if you're a brand or if you're an NFT project or you want to do your own drops, but you don't know how and you don't really want to do it on OpenSea, or you don't want to do it on an external party, you want to do it on your own website, because Web3 is all about data and you want to do it on your own website, on your own landing page, then you can use our software. Basically the Shopify for NFTs, Shopify for Web3. So we enable Web2 companies to go to Web3 with our software. And we charge a license fee, so we don't take profits on the sales that you're making. We just charge you a license fee, and that's who we are. That's what we do. And a little background on myself: so I'm an ex-VC myself. I've been in the crypto scene since 2011, which is quite a while.
Exciting, yeah.
Yeah, pretty exciting. A
Yeah.
little bit disappointed by mass adoption though, but we can go deep into that later. And yeah, I always wanted to get back in the game. And when this whole blockchain technology started to really grow, and when I really saw the value blockchain can bring to, for example, physical products and ownership, etc., then that's how I was like, you know what, let's just do it. Let's start something new. And then I found my two co-founders, Emil and Marco, and we started Niftify. Niftify.
Yeah, let's just grind it out, right? Let's just right away. Yeah. So sounds very exciting, very inspiring story. Yeah, I myself I entered the crypto space starting 2012 with Bitcoin mostly. So I'm very a big Bitcoin evangelist as well, like with the early Bitcoin Center in New York City and those guys from the Banking on Bitcoin Netflix movie, if you watched that. So yeah, one of the earliest days of crypto. So I can completely relate your feelings, right? So definitely we have come a long way. So we saw a lot of failures, we saw a lot of successes. So I think people who say that right now the markets are down, that just haven't been early adopters, and they haven't seen as much as we saw throughout the different cycles of the bearish and bullish what happened in the past. So I think overall the indicators look quite promising, and then with the wider adoption of NFTs, Web3, gamified economies, I think that's where we are all heading towards, like these VR headsets and the emerging tech, right? So that's also a little bit personal opinion from my side. So yeah, the other question we have, I think you started discussing about Niftify, but can you tell us a little bit more how does it work? Maybe a little bit opening up the brackets. Thank you.
How does it work? It's quite simple. You can go to niftify.io, so NIFTIFY.io. And on the website, you can basically create your own marketplace, your landing page. And depending on what type of business you are and how far you are in your entrepreneurial journey, you can take one of the three licenses that we have in place. So we start at $250, then we have a $2,500. And then, of course, for corporates like Gucci and IKEA and you name them, the big corporates, it's 25K and up. But if you compare that to building a solution like this, you got to know that building something like this, if you're a company like Gucci and you want to build this by yourself, it's going to cost you between $1 million and $2, $3, $4 million.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And then you need to maintain it. So I think we are the most economic solution in the market right now, and the most large solution within that economical view, our pricing model. So if you're a beginning artist and you want to have your own landing page, you can basically create it from $250 a month. And then you can even link your NFTs to, for example, OpenSea, because if you feel like, okay, I should also be on OpenSea, it can be. It's not because you create a landing page on Niftify that you cannot be on OpenSea. But the whole reason why we believe that having your own storefront, your own e-commerce, as they say it, is because Web3 is all about data, and you want to know
Exactly.
who you're listening to. You want to do maximum advertising afterwards. You want to catch the audience in the right moment. And if somebody comes to your website, goes through the funnel but doesn't purchase, you want to be able to go back to them with, hey, we saw you went to our website, but you didn't purchase. So that's why I really believe that a solution like ours can be helpful and beneficial for
Exactly.
small
Sounds really interesting, Bruno. So, but as I noticed, you also you separately have your own NFT marketplace as well, right? So you are providing some exclusive drops. So from one side, basically the model is quite interesting because from the one hand you are an NFT marketplace yourself, but from the other hand you are this plug and play Shopify type of marketplace where others can use your service to create their own marketplace, right? So it's like these two unique models combined together. So yeah.
Well, we do have our own marketplace. So everything that is listed on our partner marketplaces is also listed on our marketplace.
Awesome. Yeah.
We are still doing drops as well. Right now, we're talking to a few singers, songwriters. We're talking to some superstars. We have Bilal and
Amazing.
Adil, the producers of Bad Boys for Life,
Oh, man.
known from the movie with Will Smith.
Yeah, I
So
saw,
we're
yeah.
doing something with them. So we are doing drops on our own marketplace, but for us, our business model is really the platform as a service solution. The marketplace that we have ourselves is like a playground to show what you can do. And of course, there is some traction. We have users. We have more than 10,000 users, of which
Amazing. Yeah.
roughly 10%, 20% are active users. So we have the marketplace, but again, our full focus is on platform as a service right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds interesting. In terms of competitive landscape, if you see any fierce competition or how's your niche market structured, like can you tell us a little bit about competitive landscape? Thank you.
If there wouldn't be competition, I would be very worried with what I was doing. So I'm very happy we have competitors. We have competitors
Exactly.
all around the world.
Yeah.
Every day you see new NFT marketplace solutions popping up. I think our unique selling proposition, one of the unique selling propositions that we have within our marketplace is, of course, tax and legal. Within our marketplace, if you buy, sell, swap NFTs, especially if you're a corporate, you don't need to worry about taxes and compliance. You know, we are fully compliant. We work very hard with our legal team to stay fully compliant. And when it comes to taxes and paying taxes, our system has an integrated solution, so you already know how many taxes you will be paying, etc., etc. So that's taken care of. Further than that, of course, there is competition, and we have competition in different markets. Every day we see new competitors popping up. I think the recession that is coming right now will divide the real companies from the ones just trying to be something.
Exactly.
After this big recession that we are going to hit in the next few months, which will take roughly 1-2 years, the real companies like us, I believe and I hope, and of course touching wood, but will survive, and then one of these will really take the lead and will definitely become something, because Web3 is around the corner, whether we like it or not. You know, back in the days when people said send me an email, some people said I'm never gonna send emails, and today we cannot live without emails. If back in the days you would say, oh, I'm never gonna use Facebook, it's like saying I will never use an Apple device. So I think Web3 is definitely, it's around the corner. It's going to be huge. We have tons of competition, but if you look at the real competitors, I think there is 4 or 5 firms where I'm really looking at that I think they are real competitors. And the future will tell how good they are and how good we are. I believe we have a great team. We have a great company. We are backed by some really interesting and good investors. So now it's time to us to prove ourselves and sign customers, sign deals. And that's a stage where we are. And I don't want to focus too much on the competition, although there is competition. We look at them, but I think we focus.
Are they kind of quite identical, or overall you still see your differentiating capacity that basically your features are still very unique? In short, if you could.
I think the 4 or 5 competitors that I have in mind, that I look at once in a while, are pretty similar, although we are very different. You know, we focus on different things. For us, is legal compliance is very important. Secondly, taxes. If you buy an item in a shop of one of our clients, you want to be sure that the right VAT is applied. If you're buying an item in New York or in Miami or in Brussels, you want to be sure that that is correctly applied. You don't want to get sued afterwards for selling an NFT, whether it's physical or digital. So you want to be sure that you're fully compliant. And then last but not least, of course, the easiness with crypto payments, but also with fiat payments and Apple Pay, and you call it.
Oh, nice, man. So you basically you have multiple payment options already integrated, right? Which makes your life much easier. Awesome.
Yeah, we also have custodial wallets. So, you know, we always talk about mass adoption. You know, mass adoption, how will it happen? When will it happen? And if I look at Bitcoin, for example, Bitcoin is right now celebrating their 14th anniversary or 13th anniversary.
14,
14, yeah. If you look at, for example, Bitcoin, there is only 5% people in the world really using it. 5%. Mass adoption is really taking a while, and Bitcoin is right now in their teenage years. You would think that we would already be at 15-20%. It's not, and the same is happening with NFTs and the whole NFT industry, the whole Web3 industry. So mass adoption will take time. Now, if we want to help to mass adoption, I mean, one of the reasons why we started Niftify and why we are pushing so hard with what we are doing at Niftify is we really want to help mass adoption to happen. Now, for that to happen, you need to make it as easy as possible. And you need to offer people something that they don't need to think too much or don't need to do too much YouTube videos to understand. So one of the things we have integrated also is custodial wallet. You know, my mom, my grandma, they will not use MetaMask. They will not use a ledger. No, they just want to log in a password, log into the website of IKEA, purchase their items, and check out. And they don't even want to. It has to be in a way that they don't even feel the crypto aspect of it or the blockchain aspect of it. But it is in the blockchain. It is with custodial wallet. So when they log back into their profile, they can see all the items they bought. They can see everything. When they have a problem with the item, they can go back to the store and say, "This item, what I bought for this price on this date, could you change it? Could you replace it? Could you repair it?" So you need to make it as easy as possible. You need to think about UX UI, which is very important as well. So I think
it sounds completely interesting, and thank you for kind of providing very insightful updates about comparative landscape. And so just to summarize, I think that what's unique with Niftify is also that you are targeting multiple audiences, right? So that you are contributing also to mass adoption. So from one hand, you are trying to target those, let's say, old generation X, Y, and then also this new generation like Generation Z. So it's basically you are sitting in the middle of the emerging tech. So you very well understand, coming from 2011 from crypto space. So you understand that it takes also mass adoption. And then as an evangelist yourself as well, you are trying to spread this knowledge and bring more velocity, let's say, to the adoption of Web3 and NFT economy, right?
Correct.
Thank you. So next question we have is related to different products and pricing tiers that Niftify platform offers. So I'm sure our community will be excited to learn more, and why not to be part of your journey as well. Thank you so much.
So yeah, we have different solutions. If you're a corporate, then of course you will need more bells and whistles, and you will have more custom solution for your organization like Gucci. But if you're a beginning artist or a startup and you want to, or you're a gaming company and you want to have your own landing page where you can have all your own NFTs stored and launched, then we have a cheaper pricing or a lower pricing for that type of solution. So we have different pricings based on who you are and where you are in your entrepreneurial journey.
Amazing. And then not always maybe because you are providing custom solutions as well. So depending on the case, what's interesting about your model is that you are quite flexible given your big teams and support, so you can afford even providing quite fast custom solutions as well, right?
Correct. So we have, of course, the off-the-shelf solution, but for the bigger corporates, we can also go and do a little bit more of custom building if needed.
Sounds exciting. Thank you so much, Bruno. The last question about this general section is how can people learn more about Niftify project and your community?
So if you want to know more about who we are, what we do, then you can basically easily go to our website, niftify.io, so niftify.io. You can follow us on Twitter, you can follow us on Instagram, you can find us on Facebook, on Telegram, and of course Discord. And we are very reachable. We try to be very reachable. We try to be very open and transparent. So if there is anything you would like to know, just reach out and we will try to answer your question within a certain very short time frame.
Yeah, I can definitely confirm that, because especially Emil and your support team is working quite well. So usually it takes me maximum an hour or 2 hours to just get a reply. Yeah, super effective. So thank you so much also for kind of being very customer centric.
Awesome.
So yeah, to summarize our general discussion, I would like just for our audience, Revolve Games audience as well, to provide some updates about our current developments and what we are about to release. So we are right now working on the Bones and Blade card game public beta. So it's right as we speak, it's ongoing, the limited beta. So already a couple of hundred people joined the limited beta. They can play and understand the main mechanics of the card game, multiplayer card game. But in a couple of weeks, we are launching also the public beta, which will allow them to already use their RPG staked NFT assets and then battle between each other, earn rewards. So all these features will be available very soon. Another exciting update is related to our land sale. So we are soon we'll be doing some land sale with different ideas, INOs, and launch pads. And we are releasing also our land sale trailer. So what's unique about Revolve Games Celestium Metaverse is that it's a game that is built on the modular structure. So we, instead of just going waiting for a long time, we decided to adopt this modular structure so that it starts with building the pieces of the game, pieces of environment, so people can, even in the early days, jump on to the metaverse and start again utilizing their NFT assets. So our first MVP will be called Pylon Defense. So our video trailer will be released very soon. Also, we are expecting in as early as in 2 weeks period the final video of the Pylon Defense to be released. Yeah. So that was just a short update about what where we are heading towards in Revolve Games. So thank you so much for your time, Bruno. So lastly, we got a lot of interesting questions from our community. So thank you also very much to our active supporters and community for asking a lot of questions on LinkedIn, Twitter, pretty much any platform, like even Telegram, Discord. So so we highlighted the main questions that we haven't covered so far, or mostly some unique perspective from our community. So let me start with those. So the first question we got there is related. I think we covered, but what was interesting, because I think they were quite smart and noticing some discount models in the pricing tier. So our community is interested to know also, depending on their personal case, do you think in those pricing tiers there will be able to provide a little bit more discount, or how usually this discount system works? So there was like they noticed some discount in the pricing.
Well, we launched, and of course, as a company, when you launch, you need to do something to attract people. And I think that we will definitely do discounts from time to time. But at some point, we won't have discounts anymore, because, yeah, we will get to the next level of our life cycle. And then you get in a position where you have to, or where you can maybe give less discounts or different type of discounts. Discounts is also part of marketing. So I cannot look in my glass bowl and tell you what it will look like in the future. What I do know is that in general, companies who sell the way we are selling, when it comes to a software as a service or a platform as a service, space with a monthly fee, you start somewhere, and then a recession happens, and then price changes happen, and when you're 10 years down the road, your pricing might be completely different. So I don't have
it's basically considers multiple scenarios there, like the mass adoption, the market, the overall trends, right? So let's say it's quite complex formula with in the we need to look the breakdown
the discounts are a marketing tool. We don't need to hide under anything. It's a marketing tool. It's marketing to get people in, to get people to try it. That's also same as how freemium modeling works. They give for free, you try it, and then you start paying. You see it a lot on the Apple store when you try apps. So where we will head, I have no idea. There is multiple factors involved to decide where we'll head. Will we still do discounts? Of course, we will definitely do something at some point, but I cannot give you any answers on the amount.
Okay. Now, yeah, that sounds fair enough. So completely agree with what you said. So we have next question is related to the future of crypto and the future of NFTs, right? So let's say it started with the hype of GameFi and DeFi, layer 1, layer 2 chains, and then how you see, let's say, crypto and then mostly interrelated NFT, non-fungible tokens development in 3 to 5 years timeline, right? So upcoming developments from your perspective. Thank you.
So I think everything has to do with mass adoption, and the speed of mass adoption will decide where we will go and how fast we will go. The more and more corporate companies that touch the average Joe implement Web3, the faster mass adoption will happen.
Exactly. Sounds great. So what are your top priorities for 2022 in terms of growing your marketplace? And for, let's say, for the upcoming 5 years, but just to concentrate on Niftify specifically. Thank you.
We are launching the platform as a service as we speak in 2-3 days from now. Of course, we will continue improve and build. Further than that, of course, our focus is on sales. We need to get some traction, more traction, because we already have some really nice clients lined up. And then last but not least, we still have some funding to do. We got $1.5 to $2 million to close, to really close our round that we were doing.
I think you are right now in the seed funding round, right? So our community
final
also.
Seed round, yes. Final seed round. Awesome. So we are doing a final seed round, preparing the company for our Series A in 2 years from now.
Nice.
And it's very simple. We are going to continue build and improve the product. We will focus on sales, and we will focus on fundraising. And if I put an order, sales, build, fundraising. So
that sounds a very like a longevity oriented model, because especially right now in the bear market, I think the companies, as you earlier mentioned, those companies who are really building and grinding it up will be those that will survive, right? So also this wave of bear market will help us really filter down those fake kind of low performing spammy kind of projects, and those who are really trying to develop and contribute to this overall ecosystem will stay, right? So that's another kind of positive thing. So instead of concentrating on negativity, I think we need to obviously highlight also very important positive aspects of this bear market. So thank you so much for answering this question. We have final 2 questions left. So I think this one is interesting, but you probably touched upon basis. But you personally, as a co-founder, what motivated you to create the Niftify NFT marketplace?
Well, like I mentioned in the beginning of this call, I felt the need to get back in the game first, and then secondly, I think I want to be part of creating mass adoption. I want to be part of helping blockchain, Bitcoin, crypto, NFTs. I really want to be part of getting it to the next level, really go from Web 2 to Web 3. And that's why I'm creating a solution that makes it as easy as possible for anyone to get from Web 2 to Web 3.
Awesome. Sounds really exciting. And I think we personally, it's coming from your heart. So from the depth of your heart, you're really, I can feel the vibes, right? You are really one of those early fighters in this industry. So I think it's not only the business there, but we are as a close community also, we're trying kind of to push further this new innovative technology, and those are core believers, right? We believe in the blockchain, in this crypto development. So I think it's very important to build and co-build together and proceed with the partnership. So that naturally leads me to the last question that's related to your partnership. So our community is interested to know what type of current and upcoming exciting partnerships you have. If you can briefly summarize, and then we finish our AMA day. Thank you so much.
So we just signed a really cool deal with Duncan Devils. So they're going to use our platform as a service, and a part of that, we got Wildcat Gaming.
Oh, nice.
A gaming company which we are doing something, and then we're in the final stages with PricewaterhouseCoopers. I'm really excited about this one. We haven't signed.
Nice.
This is a really exciting deal. I really hope we get to sign it.
Yeah.
And of course, there is some deals I can't talk about it yet, but there is definitely some really interesting things coming.
That sounds exciting. So yeah, and just those that are publicly available, so I can remind our audience as well that you had also very famous rappers and other musicians, partners that were shared publicly. So I think Niftify is doing quite well in attracting these talented people also to use their service, because to be honest, as you mentioned, and that I also personally share your thoughts, that it's one of those unique and also early pioneer solutions that Shopify that's very easy to use, right? So even the musicians, they don't need to have these skills, because I know also a lot of kind of famous musicians, my close friends, so they were always kept asking me, so how it can be any easier than that, right? Like why we need to log into the OpenSea or other platforms. So I think it's like a lifesaver for them as well. So they can easily just go to your website, very easy funnel, sign up, and then drag and drop in a couple of minutes, just create their basic kind of page, and the functionality will be there, right? So yeah, with this said, any final thoughts from your side, Bruno, to add while we finalize our AMA?
Well, final note is anyone who is not yet into crypto, blockchain, DeFi, NFTs, do your research. I think it's really important. Don't just trust other people telling you buy this, do this, invest in this. Do your own research. And anyone who is already in it but not really in it when it comes to Web3 projects, I really think there is some interesting Web3 projects out there. And I look at myself at Niftify. Of course, we have a great team. Have a look at what we're doing. We are doing a refunder campaign, so we are kind of raising money through refunder. So if you would like to owe a little bit of equity in our project, in this amazing Web3 project, because I really think we are an amazing Web3 project.
For sure.
Then go to the wefunder.com/niftify.io if I'm not wrong. And support us, join us. As from $100, you can basically support us on WeFunder.
Sounds very exciting. Basically, even small retail investors can hop on to WeFunder and start being your co-owner. Let's say, like earn even get even a small share of your company, starting from as small as $100. I think it's quite a low entry barrier. So yeah. Sounds very exciting, and thank you so much again, Bruno. Really appreciate.
Thank you so much, Suren. It was great being here.
Pleasure.
Keep up the good work, and let's connect in the future. And anyone who wants to join Niftify, go to WeFunder, follow us on social media. And if you're a beginning artist or you want to create your own NFTs, then definitely go to our website and try it out. Awesome, sounds great. So as they used to say, the imagination is the only limit, right? So we are definitely breaking out the limits for you. So yeah, stay tuned, as we are going to have also other upcoming exciting guests in our podcast and the AMA sessions. So thank you so much again, Bruno.